back to another stream. We are back, and now I'm not using my VTuber model because I'm gonna switch from that to this now. Gotta get used to the camera being here. I might move it over to this monitor. I'll figure that out after stream. This is kind of like a test stream for the new system. I now have a bigger area to work with, which is why I have all this stuff right here. Not only that, I have the camera system set up for this, so whenever I'm unboxing it, I can unbox these on stream. All that fun stuff. Let me get some music going. Well, for the stream, I don't think it's going to be on the VOD if I have everything set up correctly. Otherwise, everything in this is going to be muted, so... Music. What do we want to listen to? Yeah, let's do this. Okay. No, that's a bit too much. Sorry. I muted my audio. Whoops. No. Video game beats. I don't know what to choose. I didn't think about the music before stream. Hey Saki. I'm trying to find some music and I have no clue what to do. I need to move that down. Chat. Let's put you guys over here and do that. Let me do a test for that. Test. Okay, that looks better. It's not gonna matter for the video about the music really because I haven't set where the music isn't gonna be in the VOD, but for the live, Is this good? Okay, that works. So we're gonna be opening up some Magic the Gathering stuff. Before stream, I did cut the seal off of these two because there is no like pull tab for it. But I got two of these hobbits, so I'm probably gonna get some duplicates from that, but it's fine. And then I got the Marvel booster bundle pack and the Hobbit booster bundle pack. I didn't only bought 2 boxes because they were pretty expensive. I would have bought more, but at the store that I went and bought, if you bought more than 2, the price of the boxes started going up more. And the whole reason why they did that is to stop scalpers. I'm gonna move the camera over to this monitor. Let me just do that. And I'm gonna tilt the monitor over. There we go. That's a little bit better because that will look a lot better for that. And let's move this light over while we're at it. Okay, please don't fall. This light is a massive. There we go. That looks a lot better. That door is open. I did not realize that door was open. No, close it. Yes, I'm wearing shorts. It's summertime in Texas. It's hot. And I went into work today to do some stuff. So, we're gonna switch over to this right here. There you go. The camera on this is a little bit. I got it at a higher frame rate, so the quality dropped a little, but the quality's fine for what we're doing. Uh, Maybe eventually I'll switch over to getting another 4K Elgato camera and just stick it on there. I don't know yet. Right now it's a Canon EOS M50, because that's the camera I have currently. That was the camera I was using before I got this. My mic is okay. I forgot to put the music audio in this. Dang. Let me go back here. Where's my music audio? I'm gonna Control C that. That back here. Control V. There we go. Forgot to put the music in this scene. Anyways, we're gonna get started with. I got this thing. I might need to put this on top of the camera, on top of the PC. I'll do that later. Right now, we got this first pack open, and I am in the dark. Why am? Let me just. This ring light is a magnifying glass that I can use for paint minis. I am going to be using it as a lighting source. Eventually, I'm going to be doing like some builds with my new setup. This whole table, the whole point of it is going to be useful for like building Gunpla, painting D&D minis on stream, and I might get another monitor possibly over here for whenever I do a small one for chat if I'm working over here. I don't know yet. And yeah, I might do that. Looking at this, I'm thinking about that. I might just use this monitor right here that the camera's currently on as that. If I get another Asus monitor, because right now I have an Asus monitor, which was my main monitor, and then I have this HP monitor that I use for my secondary monitor. It was my old setup monitor. Then I got the Asus with my old PC. This was like used when I was using, I think, a laptop a long time ago. Anyways, we're here for Magic the Gathering. I also have underneath the desk my Magic the Gathering box that I keep all of my lands in, and then cards that can't be really put into my collection because I can't use them in game. And then I got a whole bunch of binders that are color coded. I wanted to get a blue one for the blue, and I wanted to get a white one for the whites. They didn't have them at the store that I was buying for with the size that I want. So I had to get a yellow one for white, which is fine. It works. And for blue, I had to get orange because that was the only other color they had. And I kind of ended up buying like the last orange that they had at the shop. And pretty much every one of these binders I got at the shop, and they barely have any in stock now. I might have bought most of their binders that were left. So, yeah. Anyways, I never opened these before. I've opened like boosters, like little booster packs before when they came in the commander decks. Hello, Neo. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Did I forget to put the chat in? No, the chat's just underneath my camera. Okay. That's good to know. Let's move you guys over here. Huh? You on X? Allow. I will follow you back on X. Why did it put that as a thing I needed to check before letting it go into the stream? X is Twitter. What the heck? It sees X. It's like, oh no, this is a bad site. It's Twitter. It's Twitter, Twitch. Calm down. Anyways, we're gonna get into this one right here first. I'm probably gonna get, as I said before, I'm probably gonna get duplicates because I think there's like 15 cards that are already predetermined in these. I'm not sure. I never opened one of these before. I bought two because everyone in the store was buying two, because once when you get like a third one, the third one onward will cost more. If you'd like to know where I bought these at, I actually don't care about saying the store name because there's a couple of these all over the United States, and I already said this store once before on stream. I bought these at Micro Center, okay? It's because I bought my light today, and saw them like, you know what? I'm buying these. I spent a good bit. I hate how much Magic the Gathering is getting up there in cost, but I just cut the seals on these beforehand for nothing because they're not opening like how I thought they would. Okay. Oh, they just peel off. So I literally just... No, I had to cut the seals. I don't have a trash can in here. I'll throw these out in a second. Like that. That's it in there. It comes out like this. I think this thing's glued on. I want to see the artwork underneath. Don't rip the art. Don't rip the art. I got a second one because I ripped the art. It's fine. So this is the artwork for this. I thought it was... that's cool. Just wanted to show this. Probably gonna not use it for anything, so that went far. As for this, we're gonna go open up this little guy. I would use like a pair of scissors, but I don't know how Twitch thinks about that. I know they don't like knives on stream, like actual knives and stuff, so yeah. Okay. This is the bottom, but we on the back of the deck we can see right here a little goblin vote. It's foil, so it's gonna glare. We got a little bit of a goblin army like token, which on the back's other side is a treasure token, which is great. I need more tokens, but whenever I use stuff that has a goblin army or treasure, so I'll put that over here to the side. We have confiscate of my dyslexia is kicking in. Bebroth. It's an instant. Choose one. Counter, target. I don't know if I'm just going to read all this stuff because I'm trying to make this stream last a long time. And this is all I had planned, really. Counter, target spell unless its controller pays for... Oh, so it's basically a counter spell. And draws... Oh, choose one. Counters... Controller pays 4 mana, or you draw 2 cards, then discard a card. That's pretty good, actually. Which is, if you have a card that allows you to, like, whenever you discard a card, you can actually summon it. That would be really good. The artwork in this card is also pretty good, and it's foil, so it's not going to show up very well on camera because of the glare. Anyways, that's our first card. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put blues here. You can't see it, but blue's going to be here. Green's right, and then just go down the line. That way it's easier for whenever I go and put them in the binders. Next card we have is Broadside Wanderers. Creature Elf Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. I had a voice. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Look at the top 4, and this is the first card if you want to see it, Kevin. That I drew. You can't see it very well because of it, but it is like looks like a hobbit doing the dishes. It's a counter spell / you can choose to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. Classic, yeah. Broadside Wanderers. Creature Elf Scout. When this creature enters, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature gets a +2/2 until end of turn. Basically, you should lower your exposure on your hands. How do I do that exactly? It's a Canon camera. I don't know the exposure setting. You know what? Let's go through the settings of this. This is gonna be an interesting part of the stream because I'm taking this thing off. I'm taking this thing off the mount. Oh boy, yes sirree. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the settings, and you're gonna help me figure this out now, okay? Where's the exposures at? Something's my camera's gonna. Okay. I brought down the quality just so I have a higher frame rate on this thing. So, and this thing's also pulling my earbuds down. Tab over. I will in a second. Give me a second. I need to get this thing around my earbuds because it is getting in the way. Okay. Menu. Okay. So we got this. Okay, tabbing over. Exposure. Oh. Okay, there's the exposure comp. So what do I need to do, Kevin? Darker. Oh, I need to select that. Lower it a bit. How much do you think? Right here? Yeah, let's see that. Okay. Then we go back. Oh, something's unplugging and replugging it. Go in a second. I'm gonna take off the earbuds. Scuff streams, let's go. And I unfocused everything. Okay, let's get that fixed up. There we go. Is that better, Kevin? You think that's better? I never touched the exposure on this thing before. I really should have. I don't know much about cameras, even though I ran cameras for like 4 years at my church. I still don't know anything about cameras, really. Is that better? I'm gonna wait for the stream delay for the response. Yeah, I think so. You could lower a bit more, maybe. I think it's fine for now. I'll let's get you more frames. Oh, that's what you're trying to do. Get me more frames for this. Yeah. When you come over, Kevin, you can possibly help me more. It looks like I think yeah, you could probably help me fine tune it whenever you come over for our inevitable streaming. We're not doing Alien Isolation. I'll go get Jedi Survivor. Yeah, I'm gonna get Jedi Survivor for that. But yeah, so this creature just gets stronger with when you play your lanes. But yeah, it's just that's the artwork. And now that's 2 green and 4 colorless, and then the other card that I showed earlier was 1 blue and 2 colorless. Now this is magnificent, and it's an instant. So you can, if you don't know what that means, if you're playing Magic the Gathering, you can play this whenever you want, on even if it's not your turn. Instant you can do, and if it also has the ability, if the cards have the ability flash, you can also play that whenever you want. If I remember that correctly, if you're playing at a card shop or something, and you're people who actually know the rules better, ask them or look it up. Just make sure. Also, every card will tell you exactly how it works. That's the fun part. So this is Magnificent End. It's an instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. So a tapped creature is whenever you're playing. So this is a creature, and you are attacking unless if it says vigilant, it doesn't tap. But whenever you attack, you tap it, so it will go like this. Therefore, it's tapped. Then you have it will cost you less mana to cast this instant. Okay. Magnificent Ends deal 5 damage to target creature. That's cool. A lot of 5/5 creatures out there. You can use that against it if they have a lot of bonuses, you can lower it down and then kill it if it's blocking you. That's great. Then it has a quote on it. The flames were near him. His companions were leaving him. He bent his bow for the last time. And here's the artwork. And if you've seen or read the Hobbit or watched the movies, I think this is a good thing. I still need to watch all the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. I know. I need to go through and actually watch all of them. Heck, I might go back and do a reaction of it. I don't think so. That'll be a lot of editing if I do reaction videos again. Anyways, that's that card. Let's get these back into focus. So that's a white. And now we have ranged short spear. Artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, you may discard a card. May, that means you don't have to, you can decide to. The reason why you would decide to is there are some cards that if you discard the card, you put it in your graveyard or you exile it, and then you can cast it for like it has a madness cost, which is sometimes less than what it would cost normally. Sometimes it costs the same, but it allows you to just cast it from the graveyard or from the exile into the battlefield. A lot easier. It's great. When this equipment enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Equipped creature gets +2 +2 0. So its damage is increased, so the attack of your card will go up by 2 points. The defense does not, which is the spirit makes sense. To equip this, you have to pay 3 mana. Equip 3 mana attached to target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery, so it's like a sorcery spell. It's considered. Spears served goblins better than swords or bows. They were quick to make and quite useful. And the little artwork of this thing is hard to tell because of the fact that it is a foil. It's hard to see, but it's a little goblin. Maybe I can show it here a little bit better. It's a little goblin with a spear. No, that's not gonna work. So yeah, let's just go here. It's a little goblin with a spear. Come on, focus. There we go. It's pretty cool. It has a really weird rainbow effect on the camera because of the foil. Okay, this next card is a little bear. Creature, bear. It's a 3/2. It has flash, so as I mentioned before, flash, you can play it whenever you want, no matter if it's your turn or not. So it's like, oh, it's your end step or the other player's end step or upkeep. Like, you know what? I'm gonna cast this now. You can. When this creature enters, untapped another target creature you control. Oh, that's why it has flash. So if you need someone to block, you can be like, I play this, it untaps that card, and now it's blocking. Okay. When this creature enters, untap another target creature you control. If that creature is a bear, put a +1/1 counter on it, so it just increases a bear if that's the creature you untapped. Okay, that's cool. Put that there. Okay. Oh yeah. It's a little bear cub. It's cute. Oh. I don't want to see what those are yet. Come on, focus. It's a little bear cub. He's so cute. He looks so happy. It's just 2 little bears playing. It's so cute. Okay. I love Magic the Gathering's artwork. This is gonna be interesting. I might save this one for last. Actually, I'll just let you guys in the chat decide which one I open when I get done with when I get through this one. Because I'm gonna open up both of these first. So you guys decide Marvel or Hobbit, which one to do. Oh, hey. Hello there, Elise. What's going on? Oh, nothing, just opening up some Magic the Gathering cards. which we are now at the Mountains King's Return. The Mountains King's Return is a enchantment saga. So these go through different stages. You go up and level each like turn. So that's the artwork. I'm going to show the artwork in the card first because this one has a lot of text I have to read. I'm going to go switch to this as I read the text. So here's the text of that. I need to zoom in on my camera for this. Oh well. As the saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. First lore counter. Recruit. Draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. The second lore counter is return a target creature with mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. How often do you stream? I haven't been streaming for about I haven't streamed for the past month because I've been going through a lot of stuff with stuff with my family, redoing my room. So I'm trying to get back to streaming at least once or twice a week, but maybe more now that I have this set up. So I have no clue how often I'll stream, but I used to do VTubing. Now I am not because I find it very recently a lot glitchier with a lot of my games I play. So I'm going to be using Facecam from now on because I got a new camera. That's good. And I'm using my old camera as a desk camera. I'm going to do like games. I'm going to be streaming like gameplay, builds, like gunpla building or miniatures painting for like D&D, all that stuff, card openings. I'll only do Magic the Gathering cards because I don't want to get into the collecting Pokemon cards because that will be a lot. This already costs a lot to do. I don't need to get another card collecting hobby that will cost me more. But yeah. As for the third saga or lore counter, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. So those are counters that stay in. Let's get back to here. This is a white, so I'm going to put it in the white pile. Let's get this. Oh wait, I see you are not affiliated. Yes, I've been streaming for about 4 or 5 years. Never got affiliated. I don't really care. I do this just as a hobby and for fun. Yeah, like I've been trying to get affiliated for years, so I just gave up, and that's why I didn't really care that much about streaming consistently anymore as much. I'm trying to get back to consistency, just with work now. It's been hard. My schedule back before I got out of college, I spent a lot of time just studying, so that's why I didn't stream a lot. But as I have gotten out, I was like, I'll stream more, and then work came, and I'm exhausted after work, so I did. It's like I don't want to stream. I finally got my body used to what I do for work, so now I will probably try to stream it a little bit more often. And now that I have it separated from my bedroom, it's a lot. This feels a lot better to stream than I'm streaming, and literally right next to me is my bed. Like that's how my streaming setup was before. So it really was like sluggish afterwards, but now it's like nice, clean, and everything. I love how I got this room set up now. Actually, I do promote channels. Do you want? I don't care. If you want to promote, that's fine. I just do this as a hobby and for fun. I also like to support my friends who are streamers. So, like, a lot of times I just shout them out the most. And I love doing collabs with people because it's just fun. Meeting different people, streaming with different people is always fun. That's one reason why I did VTubing for a while is because I found it a lot easier to interact and become friends with a lot of people at the start, which was around 20, it's either 2022 or 2023 is when I started doing VTubing. I can't remember exactly, but like I met a lot of streamers through that. I became friends with a lot of the people. Then over time, you just kind of grow apart from friends and stuff. I'm just gonna do this since I'm not showing the cards right now. You kind of just grow apart from people with the more you like if you don't talk to them a lot. But it is really what it comes down to is I like to stream just for the fun of it. Meeting new people, doing collabs is always fun for me, and I actually started out doing YouTube videos. Uh, sure, I have my Discord server in the description where people can just like go hang out, but I don't really use my Discord server as much. I'm trying to get better about that, but like I'm hanging out in a Discord server where one of my friends owns for people. So if any of my friends want to hop in and who's in that Discord server, they can and just talk on stream with me. It's fine. But yeah, like I just do this for the fun of it, and I enjoy streaming. It's fun. I am trying to also get better at reading chat. I have in the past forgot to read chat, especially when I'm playing a video game because I'm so focused on the game and then I forget to look over at chat. But yeah, um, social social spherist. I don't know what that means. I'll look it up later, possibly if I remember to. But anyways, let's get back to the cards. The next one that I have is Dwarven Matok Artifact Equipment. When this equipment, I'm going to read it right here. When this equipment enters, attach it to target dwarf you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. It has ward, which costs 1 mana. My Discord server name. Oh, okay. Sure. Thank you. I thought that was like a word that you were saying. Okay. I just saw your chat. Sorry about that. Whenever equipped creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 1 mana. So basically, this equipment, when you put it onto a creature, and somebody uses like a spell that would get rid of it, like a board wipe or something, it won't affect it unless they pay 1 mana to do it. An extra 1 mana. And the equipment cost is 3 mana. Pay attached to target creature you control. Equipped only as a sorcery. So if you play this, and when it enters the battlefield and you don't have a dwarf out, you can't equip it. It doesn't equip automatically. But if there's a dwarf, this will automatically equip to the dwarf. If you don't want it equipped, you can de-equip to the dwarf. You can de-equip it. And then next turn, you'll be able to equip it to a different creature. This is a 2/2 colorless. So this could be in legitimately any color deck. So that's cool. Okay, now we got our first dual color from this pack opening. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the artwork for this one. Here's the artwork. It's just like a pickaxe being raised into the air. Okay, Biffer Melodic Rider. Melodic Rider. I think I read that correctly. This is a legendary creature. Dwarf Bard. It's a legendary creature, which means if you wanted to use it as a commander for a commander deck, you can. And it is a dual color creature, which means it's a lot better to use so it's not a single color deck that you're going to be making, but in this case, it will be used in a red-white deck. Story. If you control 3 or more artifacts, legendaries, and or sagas, you have an enduring story for the rest of the game. I don't know what enduring story means. I will have to... Let's look that up, actually. Let's go look that up, because I want to know what that ability means. So we're going to look up enduring story. Enduring story MTG. Special player designation introduced in the Hobbit set. You get it permanent for the rest of the game. The moment you control a card with the story ability while simultaneously controlling 3 or more qualifying permanent. What does it do? How does the story already work? The threshold, we already read that. Permanent status, we know that. Persistence. You do not lose your endurance stories if your opponent removes your story permanent or any or your other artifact sagas or legendary later on. Game effect. The designation itself isn't an ability, but cards like Thorin or check for it. Okay, to turn on a powerful static bonus, like granting your other creatures a artifact. Okay, so it's for. Okay, so what it is it's a status that other cards may look for. If it you get it, if that card has it, it will activate an ability that will help. So as you have endurance story artifacts and creatures you control have. Okay, yeah. So that's basically what it does. That's cool. Maybe I'll have a card that in this that will work. As long as you could any triggers. Okay. Anyways, storied. We got that. Now then, we're gonna go back to this so I can. Now back to reading the rest of the card. Whenever Biffer. If I'm messing up the names, I am sorry. I don't know how to pronounce most of these names. If Biffer enters or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. That's actually pretty good for a commander, actually. Uh, as long as you have enduring story, if an ability of a dwarf you control trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So if you have a dwarf and it has an ability where it gives you like mana or something and it triggers, it's a triggered ability or something that happens twice, or if it's a triggered ability that damages another card, it will do it. It will do it twice. I thought about to knock over my camera. But this is a red white. So this is a dual color. It goes into my dual color binder, so it's gonna be over here for now. I haven't gotten any black mana color cards yet. Okay. Next card we have is here's the artwork if you want to see it. It is a there you go. Okay. The next card we have is Thor's Map. Legendary artifact. So we got a legendary artifact here. It's 2 colorless mana, so this is going to go into my colorless binder, which is also my multicolor binder, because I'm not buying separate. I might have to get separate binders eventually for those, but for now I have in the same binder. When Thor's Map enters, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. 2, tap, draw a card, then discard a card. And now here's the quote that it has. Let me do this because this will be. Stand by the Greystone. When the thrush knocks, read Elrond. And the setting sun with the last light of Durin's day will shine upon the keyhole. That has to be a reference to something in The Hobbit. I need to watch The Hobbit. I need to watch Lord of the Rings. So get these references a little bit better. But here is the artwork. Okay. That's foil. Wow, this is another foil. This is also like a. I'm gonna put in my land pile because I have a different pile. All my lands are going into one, but this is a foil land, which is cool. Island, basic land island. It is just a land. So if you're playing the game, these are what you use to. You have these. You play these every turn. You can only play one per turn unless you have a card that lets you play it. you kept play a card that allows you to play multiple lands, or you have a card out that or allows you to play multiple lands for a turn. These are what you tap to gain mana. You gain 1 mana for it unless there's any text on it, but this is a basic land. It's just a basic land. The artwork's pretty cool, so here you go. It's foil, which is pretty cool. Next up, we got Bejeweled Warg. Creature wolf. It has trample, which means whenever somebody's blocked, it just tramples over it and continues on. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, choose one. Put a 1/1 counter on target wolf you control. Create a treasure token. It's an artifact where if you tap, sacrifice this token, add 1 mana. That's where this way we could. That explains why I got this in the back. Okay. Where that's like 1 colorless, 1 green. That's a pretty good. I need to show the card. Here's the card. It's a giant wolf with some like gold jewelry hanging out of its mouth. And then a goblin with a very shocked expression. Next up, we have a 2 colorless, 2 white mana cost. An Unexpected Party, which is an enchantment. I love enchantments. They're great. So then this enchantment, I'm going to show this because I've got a lot to read on this one. As you can see, it has like a little book fell, which means it has multiple things it can do. Okay. At the door, cost any number of mana, then 2 colorless and 1 white. So a minimum of 3 colors, 1 white, but the X means you can pay as much mana as you want when you're doing this ability, but you have to do at least 2 and 1 white. That does not count towards the X number. The X number will be used to show how many will also be the number that is X in the text. Create X number of 2/2 red dwarf creature tokens. Then exile this card. You may cast the enchantment from exile. Oh. You may cast the enchantment later from exile. That's actually really cool. So basically, you play this, you use that ability, it goes into exile. No one can knock it out and get into the graveyard. But since it's in exile and it has that text, you can be like, okay, I'm paying 2 white, 2 colorless, and I get this back out whenever you want. Okay. As this enchantment enters, so this is the other text on the right side. This is the natural thing that happens that you don't pay that extra mana stuff to do. As this enchantment enters, choose a creature type. So that you can do that every time, I guess. Creatures you control of the chosen type gets +2/+2. That is a permanent. So all of them get +2/+2. For I think when it enters it, I gotta talk to somebody who knows more about this to understand how that ability fully works. But to my understanding, it's only when that happens, since this card exiles itself and you can bring it back out. If it lasts for the rest of the game, which it wouldn't because the card would be gone into exile, or while it's still out. It might be while it's still out it works, but when it's in exile and you bring it out again, you do it again, and then it does it too. You can change the creature type. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's the artwork for it. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I like that artwork. It's pretty cool. It is a white card, so that's going to the white stock. Then this is I only have 3 cards left. Long Lost Lances. This is a 2/2 colorless artifact equipment. Okay, it's different from this one where okay, yeah. Equipped creatures gets +2/+0. During your turn, create creatures you control that are equipped have first strike. Creatures you control that are equipped. So any creature that has any equipment. This is good for a Voltron deck. Because any Voltron decks, if you don't know what that means, it means you have a whole bunch of equipment that you attach to creatures. Basically, form Voltron. That's why people call it Voltron. A good pre-built deck that I believe is considered a Voltron deck, also known as an equipment deck, is Cloud. I could be messed. I'm still learning all the terminology in the game, so if I say anything wrong, please don't get mad at me. Okay, I'm still learning all this stuff. I should have got some water. I forgot I have one right here. Let me drink some water. My throat is. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, is Clouds the command? I forget what the deck's actually called, but it's the Final Fantasy pre-built deck, which has Cloud. I just ordered the 4 Final Fantasy pre-built commander decks, and those should be coming in this Wednesday. And I think that was the last commander group that has booster packs in it, so I might save those to open up at the beginning of stream or something. I don't know. Or I might make a stream where I go over all those cards. Who knows? We'll find out. If I get packs, I'll leave them out for the side and wait till stream to open them. I have a phone call. Give me a second. I thought I had another phone call that I missed, but it was random solicitor, but that was my grandmother. She was just calling, asking me a question. Anyways, okay. Okay. The equip cost for this card is 2 colorless 2 mana. So this is the artwork. It is a full art card, kind of. So that's cool. Focus. There you go. Put that over here. Which leads us to our second to final card of this pack. Doran's Company. It's a red-white card. So 1 red, 1 white. That goes with Buford. Creature, Dwarf Warrior. This is not a foil, so it should look a lot better on camera. This creature has lifelink as long as you control another dwarf. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a dwarf or equipment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library at random. That's a good card for a Voltron deck. I'm probably going to end up making an equipment deck based around red and white, possibly, eventually. I just gotta get more white lands at that point. I don't think I have enough lands. Okay. And here is the last card. Desolation of Smog. Sorcery. Desolation of Smog is deals 3 damage to each non-dragon creature. I drink some water real quick. Ah. That's a semi-board, right? For anything that is less than 3 defense. Add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. That's pretty good. This is what it looks like. This is a pretty good card for a dragon deck. So that's useful. I am wanting to create a dragon deck at some point. I just need more dragon type cards, and I need to figure out what colors I'm gonna make because dragons come in multiple different colors. I primarily only have dragons that are in red mana. I don't think I have any in other. Well, I do in one of my pre-builts that I have. I'm gonna talk for a little bit before I get this next box open. I do have a dragon card that's blue in my goad deck. So goad is an ability where it's called goading. It's basically you rage bait. It's the best. It's like a way to. I opened this wrong. Oh well. Get out there. It's the same artwork, so yeah. Man, I screwed that up. Anyways, but it is the card that I have. I forget what it's called, but it's a blue dragon. I think it's like 4 blue, 6 colorless, if I remember correctly. But what it does is allowing me to make a copy of a non-creature permanent, which is any card that's out on the battlefield. And create a copy of it that is except that it's also with all the abilities that those cards have, but those 2 copies, I could choose 2 different creatures, but those 2 copies of each one being a different creature, or I can have them be the same creature, has the same exact abilities of the creature of their card that is doing, as long as also being a dragon that's flying with 2/2. Being a 2/2, if I remember correctly. I done it once, and I had some very funny outcomes. Okay. As for the token on the back of the deck, where am I gonna throw this at? I'll throw it over here in that pile. It's the same thing. It's a goblin. Oh, a goblin, but on the other side, it's a wolf. Goblin army. So that's going to go over my token pile. And okay. I'm going to go through these. Some of these might be duplicates. If I see a duplicate, I'm going to stay in this frame. First one is a duplicate. It is the ragged short spear, which I expected duplicates. Then I have another bear. Oh. Okay, this is a different one. So this one is velvet wing butterflies. It is creature insect. Okay, what the heck is this? That was just. I want lo-fi. Okay. Creature insect. Gaze in. It has that. Here's the artwork, kind of. If you can look at it. You can't read it on screen because of the glare, but I will read it. Gaze in wonder. 1 colorless, 1 white. And this is an instant adventure. The other card that has that, which was this one right here, that is a sorcery. So because it says instant, I can do this when it's not my turn. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. That's cool. I can catch it from later from exile. So I'm like, oh, sure, attack phase, you're gonna hit me with that big one? Yeah. No, you don't. That's basically what you can do. You can basically do that. It's the biggest annoyance. I like that. That would be fun to play. So here is the normal ability that's just right here. Flying. That's it. It's just flying. And here's the text. Bilbo's eyes were nearly blinded by the light. He could only hold on and blink at the sight of them. And it's a 2/2 creature. And it costs 1 white, 2 colorless. We got Kevin, are you still here? I don't know if Kevin's still in the chat. I don't know. Kevin, you in the chat? I don't think Kevin's in the chat. Folks, I don't think Kevin's in the chat currently. Well, Kevin, if you... Yeah, Kevin's not in the chat right now. Let's do this. Yeah. Kevin is not in the chat. I was checking Discord also. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is Golem. Silent Slinker. I might have misread it. Legendary creature, halfling horror. And this is the artwork. And it is that book type where it has an ability and then the normal effect. I'm getting used to doing this. Okay. So the ability, which costs 1 black mana. By the way, this is a 3 colorless, 1 black mana cost to summon the card. And then you can pay 1 mana to cast a sorcery adventure called Meager Mill. Put a +1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. This target gains the target player gains 2 life. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. And it is a 4/3 creature. This is a 4/3 creature. Here's the ability that Golem has. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creature. And here's the fun little flavor text. He rode about quietly on the lake. Never a ripple did he make, not he. I think I remember that line being in the book when I read it in high school. And it's my first black card from the poll, so we're going to put it over here. Okay, now we have a land. Which you'll be like, it was later on the road when we got the basic land. Well, this isn't a basic land. This is Lake Town. It is a blue-white land. So I can tap it for blue or I can tap it for white. So you can use it in a blue-white deck. This land enters in tap. Tap, add 1 white or 1 blue. You can then tap 2 mana, 2 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. Tap, sacrifice this land, put 2 1/1 counters on target human you control. Activate only as a sorcery. And here's the little flavor text. The elves spoke of a strange town built right on the surface of the long lake under the shadow of the dragon mountain. And here is the artwork for that. That makes it hard to see it, but yeah, there you go. This is a land. But this is gonna go my colorless, my multicolor, because I put the multicolor lines into that because that's special. Not gonna go into my land box, because otherwise I will never find them. Um, the next card is Dwarven Mauler. It is one red mana cost. Creature Dwarf Warrior. Equip abilities. You activate that targets this creature costs 2 less to activate. Here's the little flavor text. There. That was an abrupt end to the music. Okay. There rose from across the valley a deep throated roar with cries of Maria and Dayan. I don't know how to say that, but also it says it twice. The dwarves of the Iron Hill plunged in, and it is a 2/1. That's a pretty cool card. Okay. Here's the next card that we have. Oh, yeah. Here you go to look at the art. Anyways. Troll Negotiations. This is 2 green, 2 green, 2 colorless. That humming in the music confused me. Sorcery. It's a sorcery. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creatures you control. Then it fights target creatures and opponent control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Suddenly they were fighting like dogs and calling one another all sorts of prefecturally type, perfectly true and applicable names in very loud voices. And it is just trolls just fighting in the art. Oh, I have a little bear over here. That needs to go here. Okay. Let me drink some more water. I haven't even gotten into the booster bundles yet, and we are over an hour into the stream. Wow. I did not think I was gonna take this long to do this stuff because I decided to read everything on the card because yeah. Sound the trumpets. It's a 2 blue, 1 colorless instant. So you can summon this whenever you want. Counter target spell. If the spell's mana value was 2 or less, recruit. Draw a card and then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, create a 1/1 right human soldier. Create a creature token. And here's the flavor text. The warning trumpets were suddenly sounded in echoes among the rocky shores. So it was that the dragon did not find them quite unprepared. That is this. We're going to put that into the blue. And now we got Troop of Ponies. 2 colorless mana. It is a full art card. Creature Horse. 2 mana tap. Sacrifice this creature. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal them. Put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand. Then shuffle. That's here's the artwork for it. I think that artwork looks pretty cool, but that's my opinion. That goes there. And then we got our basic lane, our planes, basic lane planes. It's a white lane, of course. If you play the game, you'll understand that. And now we got Azog Morris Ruins. Legendary creature, Goblin Soldier. It costs 2 colorless, 1 black. Legendary creature, Goblin Soldier. When Azagon enters, destroy up to 1 target creature it controls. Amasses Goblin X, where X is the creature's power. If you control that creature, draw a card. If you control that creature, draw a card. To amass Goblin X, that player puts X 1/1 counters onto a Goblin army they control. It's also a Goblin. They don't control an army. If they don't control an army they create a 0/0 black Goblin army creature token first. Okay, so it has to be a card that says army, and it becomes a Goblin army. So if you don't have one, you use those Goblin army tokens that I have for that purpose, and it puts that many counters on it. And then if you use this as your commander and it gets off the battlefield, then you bring it back out and it does that again. Those counters get added to the total. That's pretty cool. Where's the black? There's black. And now we have a black red. Okay, no, I don't have this card yet. Blog's Companion. Creature, Goblin Soldier. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. Tap, sacrifice another goblin, add 1 black, 1 red. Tidings they had gathered in secret ways, and in all the mountains they were as forge and an army. And here is the art for that. I'm trying to figure out the best place to put this at so you guys can see it there. Now then, we got another it's 5 colors, 2 green. Gigantic Big Bear. This will go with the little bear card because it's a bear. Creature bear. This spell can't be countered. Hexproof and haste. Wargs and goblins had a few predators in the foothills of the misty mountains, but they did have some. That's a fun little flavor text for you. It is a 10/7. That's actually a pretty strong card. So it does 10 damage and it has 7 defense. That's really good. I know that song. Oh yeah. Here's the bear. What is this? Land Mountain, J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lonely Mountain. This land enters tab unless you control an equipment. 4 mana, 1 red. So this gives you a red mana, I'm guessing. It's a mountain, so it's a red. Tap, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each equipment you control. Activate only as a sorcery, so it doesn't get rid of. I'm curious about this because I've never seen a land that looks like that. Let me look this up real quick. MTG Hobbit J R R Tolkien Lone the Lonely Mountain. Uh okay. So there's two versions of this card. One that is like a normal kind of version, where it looks like these kind of like these artwork how it is right here. And then there's the version that I have right here. And I see two prices right now from TCG Player. Let me okay, that one's foil, that's why. If it was foil it'll be $84. Mine's not. Mine's normal. But it is a 30 $30.98 card according to TCG Player. Or at least that's how they're selling it for. I didn't expect to get a card that is semi rare like this. This might be used in a deck. I don't know yet. I'm gonna put it in because it's a special red land. It's gonna go into my red binder. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. The last card is a one colorless, one white. Here's the token. I thought this was like a mistake or something, but no, this is a natural card. Okay. The Queen of Dale. Legendary creature, human noble. I wish I bought more of these little guys, but I didn't want to pay so much. This is going for 37. How much did I pay for this? I can't remember. Anyways, oh, that's from Micro Center. Yeah, that's how much I spent. Okay. GameStop is selling. So GameStop is selling the collector booster box for $849.99. You've gotta be kidding me. What's this? What does this have in it? What is this? Scene box. Okay. I might get more of these eventually. I don't know if I still have them at Micro Center. I might pay the extra cost just to get them. I don't know. Anyways, this card is the Queen of Dale. It's a legendary creature, human noble. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, you recruit. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look it up later. This is the artwork for it. I'm gonna. It's foil, so it should be a little bit more. I'm gonna look this card up because I don't know. The Queen of Dale. Mythic, rare, legendary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, wait. Is this foil? I think this is foil. It. Yeah, that's foil. Uh, So the non-foiled version in near mint condition is $33.85. Uh, but it started out as like 52 and then it dropped down in price, which is normal. Um, where's this is Dell Showcase. Is this actually how much the foil one is? Near mint foil, $188.99. If this thing's $100, $188.99 according to TCG Player. The graph for the foil version started off August 4th through the 6th, whenever it first came out and people got it. 249 and 98 cents, and it dropped down in price. We're gonna look through like these like full artwork cards real quick before I open up any of these. Um, I might have recovered all the money that if I sold these, I would have recovered all the money that I spent on these. Let's find out. Because I didn't just bought these, I bought my light and I bought like an adapter for my computer to have more USB space. Okay. Let's do Desolation of Smog. Smog? Yeah, and this is a foil, so. Okay, we're gonna be going through these real quick. Desolation of Smog. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not bad. Okay. Foil. So this is like 13, I think. Yeah, $13. So Smog is not that. How much was it originally though? Let's check that. So Smog started out with that being 34, and then it dropped down to 13. Okay. Troop of ponies. It's uncommon. It's like 34 cents. It's not worth a lot. Long lost lances. I don't think that one's gonna be. That's not gonna be a lot. I don't think because it's just an artifact. There's no way this is gonna be a lot. I could be proven wrong. Yes, it's $1. Um, anything more that I think might. The mountain is pretty good, like $38. I think was that what it was? JRR token mountain. Yeah, $30. Oh yeah. But now we're gonna check out the things. Penny company. This is just a. That's not the one that I have. That's a different one. Um. Okay, it's a $1 card. Yeah, it's a $1. Oh wait, it started off at 33, and it's gone down to like $1.30. Somebody's selling it for like four. Somebody's selling it for like $5 on TCG. Yeah. This. I'm just shocked that this thing. Like, I am shocked I got 188. It's the price. Somebody's selling it for that, but like right now the standard price is $144.49. That's still pretty good. That's a pretty good price. It's down $42.20%. 42.2% down, but that's fine. These are gonna go up in price once when they stop selling the Hobbit. So it is what it is there. But a card that's worth more than 100. I did not expect to get that. That's pretty cool. Hey, Saki. Sorry, I got a over $100 card. I did not expect that at all. Um. Okay. I want to put it in a deck possibly one day. That's cool. Anyways, Saki, if you're here, Marvel or Hobbit, which one? I might hop into a VC and ask someone. I'm gonna take a photo of that and put it into a. Actually, let me do that right now before I forget. Oh, I remember that called. I didn't see that. Why? Is my I left my ringer off. That's why. Magic the Gathering. Take a photo of this. Use photo. Send. Okay. What do we do? Marvel? We're gonna flip a coin on Google. Flip a coin. So, okay. We're gonna flip it a couple times first to then get it randomized a little bit. Okay. Now then. Heads, Marvel, tails, we'll do Hobbit first. We're doing Hobbit first. We got tails. Okay. We're at an hour and 25 minutes for this stream. And all we've been doing is chatting, opening up cards. I might save the Marvel for another stream, actually. Because at this point, I'm running out of stuff. Like, I might want to do it. So we got this cool box. I'm going to keep this box. This is a nice box. Might use it for, dang, this is a solid box. I gotta buy more of these bundles, but for different things, like not just Hobbit. And I might order some. If there's Final Fantasy ones out there, I might buy. We're gonna check Amazon real quick. I'm not gonna show my screen, but I'm gonna check Amazon real quick while I have. I'm gonna spend too much money on this hobby. I know it. Final Fantasy MTG bundle. How much is the bundle box? Oh, that's the Japanese version. I don't want that. I want normal version so I can actually. It's $200. It's $200. Oh, the bundle that I bought it for the 4 decks just went up in price. Oh gosh. That's selling for 50 on there. That's a pre-release. Why do these boxes look different? Oh, it's the collector's edition. That's why. Okay. I don't care about the collector's edition. The That's the Japanese version still. The Magic the Gathering play booster boxes. How many cards are in it? How many boosters are in it actually? Let's see here. How many boosters are in it? 30. One token, one art. So 30 Magic the Gatherings. So 30 boosters. How many are left in stock right now? I'll get it tomorrow, but 292.14 divided by 30. That is $9 per pack. Ew. Oh, that's a collector's edition. That explains that price. The 3 pack is 39. Oh, found it. Okay. They don't have any selling because they also. That's 32, Tiny. I might go for that eventually. I'll think about it. I'll have to think about it. Add to. I'm gonna add. New list. No, I don't want it in that one. Add it to my list. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Okay. we're opening up this guy. So we're gonna go here, to here, and so this is the box art. I might use this for swamps because of how it looks. We open it up. We got a little dice. We got these. And we got our boosters. A little cool, weird looking goblin. I don't know if this is an. I think this is an every single one of them. Then we got the one ring, got to rule them all kind of thing. And we got that on those sides. And we got the little like cardboard counters. I won't use those. I might use these ones though. These ones might come in handy. I'm gonna put that off to the side. I'll put it into the box. And is this a? This is a light. Wait, is this a normal D20? No, it's not. It is a counter. The reason why you can tell if it's a counter or not, let me go to here. This is actually big. I did not like when they were normal D20 size dice whenever I had them in the past. But if you look closely at this, you'll see that it where's the so this is like this is representing 1. Then you go from 1 to 2. There's 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it goes to 6, 7. I'm talking not like a normal D20, so you would not want to roll this to like do a D&D roll or anything, but it is a pretty cool dice and it's big. But it is a counter, it is not a normal D20. That's going into a box. I might use. She bought a stool for a little like workout chair for the TV over here. I think it clashes with the other piece of furniture because it's too dark of a green. That's my opinion, but yeah. Anyways, what did I do with the dice? Okay, the dice is here. This is a cool box. I like that. That is a hard box. We're gonna go through. Put that over to the side. And we're gonna get into opening the packs. We got bear, another bear, wizard, elfin ranger, wizard, bear, wizard, no, elfin ranger, wizard. Which one shall we open first? Let's focus the camera. Oh no, I messed up. So we'll open up a wizard pack first. Doesn't mean it's just the artwork. It's not gonna like affect like tell you what card you're gonna get or not. Although that would be cool. Okay, the token for this is a human soldier. Oh, that's 2 cards. And of course, a goblin army. Why? Why is that a goblin army? I do need a human soldier token, so whenever I put in the token, this is the size I'm going to be showing. But it's not foil. This music gives me like Marshmallow kind of like the musician Marshmallow. So first card Wait a sec. National 5 Armies co-op kit. Team up with allies. This is. I'm gonna save this for later. What is this song? The song sounds familiar. It's not. It sounds like a Marshmallow song though. Okay. First card that we have right here is a Dwarven Provisioner. Creature, Dwarven Citizen. I'm gonna focus, please, on the card. It is a. It's non-foil, but it's not focusing. There you go. And it is a one white, one colorless mana. I'm trying to check on my audio readings. Creature, Dwarven Citizen. Pay 3 colors, 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end turn. They had brought with them a great store of supplies for the dwarves. For the dwarves could carry very heavy burdens and bore huge packs in addition to their weapon. And that will go into that pile. And now we have a 1 green, 1 white colorist. You can kind of see the artwork right there. Waggling, creature wolf. Furious. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with 4 or with power 4 or greater, until end of turn, this creature gets a +1/+0. And creatures you control gain trampling. That's pretty cool. And then we got Pinecone Strike. That's some cool art right there. It is a 1 colorless, 1 red mana instant. Choose one or both. That's a cool ability. I can choose to do one or both of these abilities. Let's go. It's a cool for a red deck. Pinecone Strike deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So when it dies, usually throw it into the graveyard, but instead it goes into exile. That's a key difference because some cards allow you to take cards out of your graveyard, put it in the library or onto the battlefield. Some allows you to take cards from your exile and play it, or put it in your hand, or put it into the library. Okay. The other is destroy target artifact token. Ooh, that's pretty good if you're playing against a token deck. The pine cones burst on the ground in the middle of the circle of wolves and went off in color, sparks, and smoke. Then we got Reverent Howl, which is an instant. Choose one. Target player draws 2 cards. Cards lose 2 life. Target creature gains +2/+2 and gets +2/+2 and gain life link until end of turn. Till end of turn. If that was not. If that was a permanent ability, I would have keep that card underneath the other one to remember that, but it isn't. It's just for the end of the till end of turn. Okay. The Grey Chief spoke in their dreadful language, and every now and then all the wargs in the circle would answer together. And it is a warg or a wolf howling at the moon. This sounds like something from Kamen Rider 01 in the rhythm. If so, that's it's not okay, but it sounds so close to one for some reason. Okay, I got or I drew this card. It is confiscate of bed broth. That is going into the stack, except it's not foil like the other one. And then I got Burns Reckless Host. This is a green, one green, four colorless legendary creature. Um, human bear shapeshifter. This is it a double sided? Is it? No, it isn't. It would have showed had a symbol on it if it did. Um, it has a sorcery, till and tend, which is a one colorless, one green. So basically 2 mana. You may play an additional land this turn, then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. And it has trample. He never invited people into his house. If he could help it, now he had got 15 strangers sitting in his porch. And it's a 5/5 creature. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna move all these up. So, okay, a well-worn spatula. I cannot read. It is a one colorless artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, you gain 2 life. Equipped creatures get +1/+1. Equipment. It costs one mana to attach to target creature you control. Each equip only as a sorcery. Put on a few eggs. There's a good. There's a good fellow. Gandalf to Bilbo. It's just a spatula. I think it's Bilbo cooking some eggs on. And then we got Thorvin Lastan. I think I thought. Okay, no, I thought we had this card already. We done it. Thorn's Last Stand. Instant. Choose one. Creatures you control get +2/+1 till end of turn. Or destroy target artifact or enchantment. You gain 2 life. It is a 2 white, 2 colorless mana. I go now to the halls of waiting to sit beside my father until the world is renewed. That's going here. I'm saving this one for next stream because I am reaching 2 hours. So by the time I get through this, it'd probably be like 3 or 4 hours because I've been reading every single card unless I get any more duplicates. Night Howl Pursuer. It's one black mana cost. It is a creature wolf. This text is a very faded, so it's harder to read. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Furious. When this creature attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. What shall we do? Cried Bilbo. Escaping goblins to be caught by wolves? Well, why did I say a question? It's an explanation point. It's a 1/1. That's and now we got Lake Town Mariners. It's a one. No, it's 2 blue, 4 colorless. Creature, human citizen. Which has an ability and then normal stats. The ability is Gone Fishing. Is an instant adventure. Exile 2 target creature and or lands you control, then return them to battlefield under their owner's control. it doesn't return tap, so I exile them. 2 target creatures and or lands you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. So I could do like attack, exile, bring them back out. They can block. And then this stays there. Vigilance. Ward 2. Whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 2. And it is a 6/5 creature. That is pretty cool. I need more blues anyways, I think. I need more blue lands. Dane's Lord of Iron Hills. 1 colorless, 1 white creature. Legendary creature. Dwarf Noble. I could use this as a commander. I don't think I will. It has Vigilance Storied. If you could... you read that already. As long as you have an Endure Story creature, can't attack you unless controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. That's a really good card. That's so as long as you have stories, creatures can't attack you unless they pay 1 unless there's 1 mana for each creature. That's a really cool card. I might put that into a deck one of these days if I have a stories. Okay. Now we got Sting. Bilbo's Sword. 2 colorless mana. Legendary artifact equipment. Flash. So I can play this whenever. When Sting enters, put a hone counter on Sting for each creature. For each creature target opponent controls. Okay. Attach Sting to up to 1 target creature you control. Each honor counter on that equipment grants a +1/+0 to the equipped creature. Equipment cost is 3 mana. That's a good card for a Voltron deck. I'm gonna be making one, I guess, now. I have a lot of equipment. I could probably make one. Now we have... I think I just have this card already. No, I don't. Okay. It looks... Oh, yeah. It's just a goblin. Snow Slop Hunter. It's a 2 colorless, 1 red... to summon it, it's a creature goblin ranger. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Wait, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Activates only during your turn. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. I have to exile. So this card, you have to exile a card every single turn, and you can use that card on that till the end of your next turn. So if it's a creature, you better attack on it. Use it, try to attack it for your next turn. Otherwise, it's useless. Okay. Goblins did not usually venture very far from their mountains, except to go on raids or hunt for food. It's a 2/3. And then I got a basic land forest. Here is the artwork for that. I don't know if you can see it. It's so a forest. It's a green. Sigh no more, pine till the wind of the morn. Fall moon, dark be the land. Hush, hush, oak, ash, and thorn. Hush be all, water till dawn is at hand. Let's open a bear. throw the... I didn't open these. Where was... Did that come out of the box? I'll open... Are these just lands? This might just be lands. If they're just lands, then I don't. I don't know where the... lands... Yeah, these are just lands. I'm not going to read all these. But they're just lands. Which is great. And then how to play. I'm going to throw these away because I don't need those. Okay. The Misty Mountain Cold. Oh my gosh. This is... Okay. It's just one saga. As this saga enters... and after you draw step, add a lower counter. After 4, sacrifice. Okay. Create a treasure token. Then if you control 4 or more treasures, sacrifice this. Create a treasure token. Then if you control 4 or more treasures, sacrifice this saga. Okay. Saga 2. If you do create a create a 6/6 red dragon creature token. And with flying. Oh. A treasure token is an artifact with... Oh yeah, this is all one text. So I guess this happens every saga. Creature, but... If you do create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying, a treasure token is an artifact... Okay. That's cool for a dragon deck, I guess. Then we got Plains, which is Bilbo Baggins' house. Another one. It's basic. We got Bilbo Baggins' house in the winter for... Also. Then we got this one. Then we got blue, black, red, green, white, blue, black, red, green, white, blue, black, red, green. So we just got lands, which is great because I need more lands. I don't need more black, green, or red, I don't think. I just need more blues and whites and ow. Okay. I didn't notice those till now. My bad. I don't know when I got those. Okay. Orin's Keeper of Songs. Here's the artwork. It's them at the fire as Orin is playing his flute. It is 2 colorless, 1 white. Legendary creature, dwarf bard, storied. If you could, we already read that. As long as you have an enduring story, Orin gets +1/+0 and has vigilance. The music began all at once, so sudden and sweet that Bilbo forgot everything else. And he's a 3/3 creature. Soren. Where's my whites? There's my whites. Warg Tactics. It's a 1 green, 1 colorless instant. Choose 1. Destroy target creature with flying. Put +1/1 counters on target creature you control. It gains trample and hexproof until end of turn. It can't be a target of spells or abilities your opponents control. I am getting hungry. I might save the rest for later. I don't know yet. Actually, I'm going to try to get through these, actually. Smog, Great Calamity. I think no, this is the other Smog type card I heard about. It's a 5 colorless, 2 red. Legendary creature dragon. Another dragon for the dragon deck, I guess. That will eventually build. I'll probably build that on stream, possibly. Who knows? Legendary creature dragon. Spew flames. Which is 4 mana, colorless, 1 red. Sorcery adventure. Spew flames deals 5 damage to target creature. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. Normal ability is flying. My armor is like tinfoil, tenfold shields. My teeth are swords. My wings are wings a hurricane, and my breath death. It's a 5/5. I'm going back to my music from. I don't want this anymore. I want to go back to that playlist because I'm getting tired of hearing the voices. And we got another golem, so that's gonna go here. We got uneasy partings. Oh, 3 colorless, 1 blue. Instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it's targets an attacking non-token creature. Target creature owner puts creature's owner puts target creature's owner puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library. That confused me how it was worded. The wind were cold, the leaves were falling fast, and 3 large boats left Lake Town, laden with rowers, dwarves, and a hobbit, and hope. That's a blue. Put that there. I'm going to put these into my binders off camera because that's going to take forever. I got a 4 blue. Gandalf Wandering Wizard. Legendary creature. Avatar Wizard. Ward 3. Whenever costs 6 mana, pay 6 mana. Gandalf owner shuffles him into their library and draw 3 cards. And he's a 4/5 creature. May the wind under your wings bear you where the sun sails and the moon walks. Long-bodied gray dog. 3 colorless. Creature dog. Flash. Reach. When this creature enters, create a tapped treasure token. It's an artifact where you tap, sacrifice a token, add 1 mana of any color. Boren's dog took bowls and platters and knives and wooden spoons and quickly laid them on the trestle tables. Then we got Goblin Plate Mill. It's 1 colors and then 1 black or red mana. Artifact equipment. When this equipment enters a mass of goblins. Goblins 1. Then attach this equipment to the amassed army. To amass army 1, put on 1 counter on the army you control. It also a goblin. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black goblin army creature token first. Equipped creatures gets +1/0 and has a menace equipped. Okay, so it just increases the goblin army. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna make a goblin. I can make a goblin deck. The next one is the Chief Warg. It's a 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 green legendary creature wolf. It has menace, ferocity. We already know what that does. Even now, here's the text. Even magic rings were not much use against wolves, especially against the evil packs that lived near goblin-infested mountains. And it's a 3/3. We already have seen that one. That's the Dwarven Mark. Oh, another Golem, but it's a different Golem. It's a different Golem card. Golem the Abandoned. Legendary creature, halfling horror. It's a cost 1 colorless, 1 black. It's him just getting mad. Golem can't block. When Golem enters, exile up to 1 target card from the opponent's graveyard. Each opponent loses 2 life. Up to 1 target creature. Yeah. Pay to sacrifice an artifact or creature. Return this card from your graveyard. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Where is it? Lost it. My precious. I can't do Golem's voice at all. And then we have Balin Lore Master. 3 colors, 2 red. He's smoking his pipe. Legendary creature, Dwarf Bard. Storied. Whenever Balin or another dwarf you control enters, you may discard your hand, draw X cards, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. If you have an enduring story, Balin deals X damage to each opponent. That's really good for a story deck. I might make a story deck and use that ability. Plunder of Troll Shralls. A 1 blue instant. Here's what it looks like. It is like, I've seen this before. I've seen this card before. Draw a card. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, draw 2 cards. Flashback. Oh, draw a card. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, draw 2 cards instead. Flashback. 3. Pay 3 plus 1. You may cast this card from the graveyard for flashback cost, then exile it. The swords caught their eye, particularly because of their beautiful scabbards and jeweled hilts. Then I got a forest, and then I forgot to show this. I got on an adventure. After an adventure resolves, you can place the exile card here. You may cast the permanent spell from exile, and then the token. We're open another booster. Quarrel. 1 green, 1 colorless instant. Target creatures you control deals damage equal to its power to target creatures an opponent controls. The shoving and name calling was all in good fun, and Bilbo began to finally view the dwarves as companions instead of strangers. Smog's Fury. Another Smog card. 1 red, 1 colorless mana. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains reach and first strike until end of turn. The dwarves had barely time to fly back to the tunnels when Smog came, hurtling from the north, licking the mountains with flames, beating his great wings with a noise like a roaring wind. I need to drink some water. My cards look like a mess right now. Okay. Crude beaten blade. 1 black, 2 colorless artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Equipped creature gets +2, +1. Let me read this closer. Target creature equipped creature gets +2, +1 equipment. So clever and cruel. I'm getting tired, guys. The reading is hard. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Clever and cruel goblins were particularly good at making instruments of torture and destruction. Man, I got all these to go through still. Long late nuisance creature bird. It's a 3/1. I'm glad I only bought one booster box. I could not do more. Well, I bought this, but this is gonna be next stream, possibly tomorrow. Who knows? Creature bird flying. When this creature enters, recruit. Thrush carries news. I'm not gonna read this. I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna read all that text. I'll just read the abilities. Bilbo's deadly silence. 1 colorless, 2 black. I'm gonna move Discord servers. I'm starving. If I get to I get to 3 hours. Okay. Instant destroy target creature before the spider knew. Before the spider knew that. Why am I reading this? I got another uneasy partings. So that's going into that stockpile. Gudendog. I'm going to just do this from now on because I'm tired of having all this out. Gudendog, the opportunist. Creature goblin rogue. It's a 3 colorless, 1 red mana cost. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Goblins had a simple approach to ownership. Whatever you could hold on to was yours. It's a 4/2. Rage into the Valley is the next card we have. It's a 2 black sorcery. You draw a card. You lose 1 life. Amass goblins 2. Put 2 1/1 counters onto an army you control. It's also a goblin. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black goblin army creature token. Another, I see myself in the future creating a goblin deck also. And now we got Sylvan Revealer. It's 2 colorless, 1 green, 1 blue. Creature, elf citizen. I thought it was legendary. It's not. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a land card this way, put it from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may pay 1 colorless, 1 green, and 1 blue. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. So that's an ability when it's in your graveyard. That's a pretty cool ability. I think I have this card already. Desolation Prowl. It is a 1 colors, 1 black creature wolf. Pay 2 life. This creature gets +2 until end of turn. Activates only once each turn. Lake Town Toy Maker. It's a 3 colorless, 1 white creature human artificer. That's the artwork. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you drawn 2 or more cards this turn, another target creature you control gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. It's a great day of old when Dale in the north 3 or 4 creature. That's not that pile. That goes in this pile. Do I have this card? No. Oh no, it's the other artwork of Doran's Companion, the cheaper version. So this one is the more expensive one, and this is the normal artwork. So I'm not gonna read that because it's the exact same text. Okay, Thranduil's Decree. 4 colorless, 2 blue, instant. Counter target spell. If a permanent spell is countered this way, exile instead of putting it into the its owner's graveyard. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled. Mirkwood land. This land enters tapped. Tap it for add 1 black. Put +2. Put 2 1/1 counters on a target bear, spider, or wolf you control. Activates only as a sorcery. And then the token for this, which I did not show, is a treasure token in a goblin army. We got another one. This token is a goblin army and a wolf. Okay, we got Actor Cop. Creature spider, reach, death touch, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature gets ++1 until end of turn. Soon there came the sound. There you go. That's the card. I'm not gonna read it. I need to stop reading that. My throat is getting hurt. I already showed you guys this one. That goes in there. This one we have already drawn earlier, so that goes here. We got another one of these. Lake Town Lookout. This is a new one. Creature Human Scout. When this creature dies, recruit. Draw a card, then discard a card. And look. That's what it looks like. It's a 1/1, and it costs 1 white mana. That's actually a pretty cheap card. Now Wood Elf, 2 colorless, 1 green. Creature Elf Scout. When this creature enters, search your library for a forest card. Put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. We already seen this card before. Thorn Last Stand. We already looked at that card. Woodland Weave Master. It's a 1 green creature elf druid. Vigilance. Whenever another elf you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tap, add X mana of any color where X is this creature's power spent. Spend this mana only to cast elf spells or activate abilities of elf source. Snow Slop Hunter, we already looked at that. We already seen that card. Here's another one of these, so I got 2 of these now. Road Go. I have this one? No. Road Go Ever On. As this it's a saga, as a one white, one colorless. First saga. Search your library for for up to 2 basic planes cards. Exile them, then shuffle. You gain 2 life. For 2 and 3, put a card exile with the saga into its owner hand. Put a card with this saga into its owner's owner's. Put a card exiled with this saga into owner's head. Oh, okay. You search your library for up to 2 basic planes cards. Exile them. So you exile the 2 planes. Then shuffle. You gain 2 life. And then the next 2 sagas, you take those cards. You put them. The first one, you put the one of them in your hand. The other one, you put into your hand in the next saga. Saga 4. Whenever you attack this turn, target creatures you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For each planes you control. Wait. So if you have a mono white deck and you have a lot of planes out and you attack, that's a lot of +1/+1 on each of your creatures. That is crazy. I like it. Okay, Stony Voice Goblins. It is a 1 black, 1 colorless creature goblin bard. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. And here's the artwork. It is a foil, so it's really hard to see. Then we got Iron Hills Land. It's a double land. It's just, yeah. You could sacrifice this when you cast the mana. Put 2 1/1 counters creatures on target dwarf you control. Actually, it only has a sorcery. We're going through these faster because my throat is about to give out. My throat's hurting. Goblin Army, Wolf Token. Lookout. We literally just went over this one not too long ago. Guardian of the Halls. It's a 1 green, 1 normal creature. Elf Soldier has trample, 5 colorless, 2 green. Puts 3 1/1 counters on this creature. And we're gonna put that into that pile. Great Dragon Spear. That's the third one we have of that. Great Fierce Bee. 2 colorless, 1 black. Creature insect flying. Whenever one or more other creatures die, scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom. That's if you want to. You can just leave it on the top. If one were to sting me, I shall swell up as big again as I am. Bilbo. 2/2. Lakeshore Apothecary. 1 colorless, 1 blue. Creature human cleric. Vigilance. Whenever you draw a card, when you draw your second card each turn, put +1/1 counters on this creature. Here's what it looks like. It's a 1/2. Another Baron's host. Elven King's Harp. 1 colorless, 1 blue. Creature Elf Bard. 4 colorless, 1 blue. Target creatures can't block this turn. Target creature can't block this turn. Hundreds of torches. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna let you guys get a good look. It is a 2/2. Thorin's map. We already looked at this. Where is that? There it is. Golan the Mighty. 3 colorless, 1 red. Legendary creature Dwarf Warrior. Has the ability easy picking for 2 mana. Of 2 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery Adventure. Easy pickings deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Then exile this card. You may cast this creature later from exile. At the beginning of your first main phase, add a 2/2. 2 reds. Master of Counselors. I don't have that one. Creature Human Advisor. Vigilance. This is a 1 colorless, 1 blue. This creature gets 2+2+0 for each graveyard with 7 or more cards in it. So that's for many on how many players you're going against, and whoever has people have more than 7 cards. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target players mills 3 cards. So that means they put the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then we got a land, the Lonely Mountains. Land, mountains. This is a basic land, so I'm gonna read it. Tap to add 1 red. This land enters tap unless you control an equipment. 4 colorless, 1 red. Tap. Create a 2/2 red dwarf creature. Oh, do I have this one already? I do. I thought that. So here's the Lonely Mountains that has the special artwork, and here's the one that I have. So I can't use those in the same deck because it would be illegal. Then we got Thorin, Mountain King. 3 colorless, 1 red. Legacy creature, Dwarven Noble. Trample. Whenever Thorin enters, attack any number of target equipment you control to target creatures you control. When 1 or more equipment becomes attached to a creature this way, that creature deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature. Here's what he looks like. And then we got another Pinecoat. We got another one of these. And then we got Lake Town. We are down to our last 4 packs. Okay. Magnificent End. 4 colors, 1 white, instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped. This, I'm redoing the music because I don't want lyrics in the songs because it makes it hard for me to think. This this spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Magnificent. Did I do this one already? I did. No wonder it looks familiar. You guys already seen this one. Foresight Wonders. Nope, I haven't done this one. 4 colorless, 2 greens. Creature Elf Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Smog Fury, I think yep. We already did that one. Raving Warg. 1 colorless, 1 black. Creature Wolf, Death Touch, Furious. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with power of grade 4 or greater. Oh, we already read that? Okay. We already seen this card. It's another Plunder. I'll just have to go through those cards again. So I'd probably put somewhere else. Giant Boulder. The Boulder. Okay. It's a one colorless artifact. When this artifact enters scry 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Then put whatever. One mana. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. That's if you need to change the color of the mana for a spell. 7. Tap. Sacrifice this artifact, destroy target permanent. And we got Norse Teller of Tales. One colorless, one red or white. Legendary creature, Dwarf Bard. Whenever Nori attacks, target attacking creature gains first strike until end of turn. It's a 2/2. Ugh. Another Gandalf. We got another Saga. Burn Tree, and a Farron. As this saga enters the first saga, this saga deals 6 damage to target creature and opponent controls. The second saga, destroy target artifact and opponent controls. And then 3 and 4 adds 1 red mana. Large. No, that's what was giant bear. Large bear. It's a 3, 2, 1, 3, 2 black or 2 green or 1 black and 1 green, depending on how you want to do it. Creature bear reach, trample, haste. Raven flock 3, colorless 1 blue. Creature bird flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Desert Worm. Creature, Dragon Worm, 4 colorless, 2 reds. This creature gets +2/+0 for each mountain you control. Whenever you attack this creature with creatures with total power of 12 or greater for the first time each turn, untap all attacking creatures after this phase. There is an additional combat. This is an additional combat phase. There is an additional combat phase. Okay. That's cool for a dragon deck. You attack all at once, and guess what? They attack again. Okay, we got another uneasy departure, and then we got a swamp, and then for our token this deck we got treasure, but it's a different treasure, and then we got a token elf. I'm gonna turn off this camera because I'm not gonna be using it anymore for the rest of the stream. So I'm trying to get through these fast. There we go. Let's tilt that down a little bit. I already showed you the Lake Long. So we got the Esgarth Garrison. 4 colors, 1 white. Creature, human soldier. Esgarth's powers is equal to the number of creatures you control. When this creature enters recruit, draw a... So it's a 5... and then whatever number. Warg's Tactics. I think I read this. Yeah, I did. Then we got another Exploding Pine Cone. There's how we already read that card. We already seen this dog. We already did the Goblin Armor. We already did this one. This is the 4th one of that. Okay. Fearsome Goblin Pair. 2 colorless, 1 red or 1 black. Creature Goblin Soldier. When this creature dies, amass Goblin 4. Put 4 1/1 counters onto the Goblin army. This is another good one for that. It's a 1/1. Bothersome Noisemaker. 1 red, 1 colorless. Creature Goblin Bard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, miss Goblin 1. Okay. It also this is a 2/2. I'm making me a Goblin deck at this point because this is getting ridiculous. Okay. Thundle's Decree. It's a 4 colorless, 2 blue instant. Counters target spell if it's a permanent spell is countered this way. Exile instead of putting it into the owner's graveyard. Did I already read this one? I don't think so. No. Yes, I have. Why am I reading it again? Okay, this one might be an expensive card. Let me check it real quick. The Notori Hobbits. The Notary Hobbits. Legendary creature. Halfling advisors. Is that the foil version? Yes. One second. What's up? The Notary Hobbits. 3 colorless, 2 green. Legendary creature, halfling advisor. I told my grandmother about one of the cards' price. She's like, sell it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna use it. Okay. Legendary creature, halfling advisor. When the Notary Hobbits enter, if they're not a token creature, create 2 tokens that are copies of them, except they aren't legendary. Tap, add 1 mana for each halfling you control. Mirkwood. Oh wait, here you go. This is what it looks like. Mirkwood Nurture. 2 colorless, either green or blue mana. Then creature elf ranger. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a +1/1 counter on this creature. And then we got Lake Town, another Lake Town. Let's go Lake Town. And then our token is, of course, a goblin army or a wolf. Okay. Bilbo Deadly Silence. We already did that one. We already did this one. We already did this one. I'm getting duplicates of this one. I think we did this one, right? Extra. Yep. We already did this one. I now have, I don't know how many. Another giant boulder. Another one of this dude. I have a lot of this. I'm going to be giving these to people probably, or trading. Probably not trading this. It's probably not that expensive because I have so many of them. Okay. Nasty Little Rabbit. 1 green. It is a rabbit. Creature rabbit. Ferocious. And then it has 1. It's a 1/2. Already did that one. I've done this one. I've done this one. Okay, the Sackville Baggins. Okay. Legendary creature, halfling citizen. When the Sackville Baggins enter, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a token, target opponent loses 1 life. It took, I'm going to read this one because this is funny. It took more than Bilbo showing up alive to convince some that he was not, in fact, presumed dead. It's a 2/2 creature. They're 2/2 creature. They're greedy. Yes, it's a black. Stir up trouble. It's 1 black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact creature or pay 4 extra mana. Destroy target creature. And then we got a mountain And then we got our token, which is Enduring Story. Or a token dwarf. My throat is hurting. Luckily, this is our last pack. Do I have this one. I have this one. Do I have this one? Yes, I do. I recognize that. Yep. I have this one. Okay. Moment of Glory. 1 white. Sorcery. Puts a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control if this spell was cast from a graveyard. Also, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Put a 1 counter on each. Okay. Flash. 4 colorless 1. You may cast this to play I am Bard Slayer. Slayer of Dragons. Another one of the spiders. Another goblin armor. Rage into the Valley. I think I did this one. No, I didn't. Rage into the Valley. 2 colors, 1 black. You draw a card, lose 1 life, amass 2 goblins. Woodland and Weave Master. We already did this one. We already did this one. We already have. I have 3 of these guys now. Oh, another giant bear. Key to the side door. 1 colorless artifact. 2 mana tap. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. 1 mana tap. Discard a legendary card with the same name as a legendary permanent you control. Draw 2 cards. And then I have a dual color land, which is a red-white, so that's cool. And then I have, why did I put that there? And then I have a treasure token and goblin army. And that is all of the packs that we are doing today. I was going to do the Marvel one today also, but, because it took like 2.5 hours to go through all of these, I'm going to leave these till tomorrow, possibly. When I stream, I'm probably going to stream tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know yet. And I'll do these. I'm getting tired and a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go eat something because I am hungry and I got to clean up this mess. Also, I got to put all these into my binders, and I don't want to do that on stream because it's going to take forever, and it's not going to be very interesting for you guys because I got to organize. Let me see here. I got 4 copies of Boring Reclent Home. Yeah, I got a lot of dupes, which is fine. I'll trade them or give them to people who want to need it for a deck. I don't care. Like, if I have friends that make up the card shop that I go to, or the game shop that I go to, which I go to and play Magic at, I'll give them the card and be like, here, if you want it, here you go. I have multiple. It's fine. But only if I have multiple of it. Otherwise, I'm keeping them. But, like, yeah. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed me going through all these cards. I will be streaming probably again tomorrow. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid. I think Saki, yes, my friend Saki is currently streaming. We're gonna raid Saki. Let me. Raid Saki Chu. VT. So we are gonna be rating Saki. She is currently in the. She's gonna be playing some Warframe. So I hope you enjoyed this stream of me opening up some packs. Tomorrow I'm gonna be opening up probably some more packs. I will see you guys in the next stream. I am a bit tired. My brain is trying to talk while I'm hearing another person talk on the stream. And I'll see you all guys in the next one. I'm back to streaming. I'm no longer doing VTubing. I'm going to be using Facecam from now on. It's going to be a little bit more fun this way. And I'll see y'all in the next stream. Till then, bye. I forgot to hit raid.